Right hand, please, forward, please.
State your name.
Brian Fraley.
You solemnly swear affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir, I do. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
If you would, introduce yourself to the jury, please.
Good morning. My name is Brian Fraley, and I'm a special agent with Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
All right. Agent Fraley, how long have you been with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation?
19 years.
All right. What is your current position or assignment there?
Senior special agent out of the Johnson City office, assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division.
Agent Fraley, were you called upon to assist in the investigation into the disappearance and subsequently the death of Evelyn Boswell?
Yes, sir, I was.
All right. And do you remember when that was that you were called out to assist in that?
Yes, sir. It was February 19th of 2020.
Okay. And what was your role when you first got called out?
Myself and other agents were called to assist Special Agent Brian Pritchard. He had been called to Sullivan County to assist Sullivan County Sheriff's Department on an Amber Alert on the 18th, the previous day.
Okay. And so when you were first called out, this investigation was in regards to a missing child. Is that correct?
That's correct. Special Agent Pritchard had been contacted on a missing person case that involved Evelyn Boswell. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is the only state agency that can actually issue Amber Alerts. We were informed that the initial complaint by a family member, being the grandfather of Evelyn, was Tommy Boswell through Department of Children's Services, also known as DCS, who had contacted the referral to the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department. Sullivan County Sheriff's Department got that referral, contacted us, and Special Agent Pritchard responded after going through a checklist that is required. Instead of just a regular missing person or missing child case, certain things have to be checked off or validated in order to issue a full-blown Amber Alert.
All right. And Agent Fraley, I know you work for the TBI. Were there other law enforcement agencies that were involved in this investigation?
Yes, sir. Once it went to a full Amber Alert, which is probably our highest priority at TBI, the FBI was called. Obviously, Sullivan County Sheriff's Department investigators were already involved along with Agent Pritchard, but once we were involved, we have a specific team just for Amber Alert cases out of Nashville that also involve other agents and intelligence analysts. The FBI has a specialized team of trained agents called a CART team, and that's a Child Abduction Response Team. And these agents are experts in child abduction, Amber Alert type cases. So within hours of the Amber Alert being issued and certified, there was approximately 40 to 50 FBI, TBI, Sullivan County investigators, and intelligence analysts assigned to this case.
So a number of agents across a number of agencies, all out there, essentially, at least initially, looking for a missing child. Is that
Yes,
a fair
sir.
statement?
That's
Okay.
correct.
All right. And so over the first couple days of your investigation, did you participate in or were you aware of interviews that were done with the defendant, Megan Boswell?
Yes, sir. Megan Boswell provided statements to a numerous amount of investigators early on, including me.
All right. And would it be a fair statement to say that she gave you multiple different versions about what had happened and where her child might be located?
Yes, sir. Repeated stories that we tracked down that turned out to be lies.
Objection, Your Honor. That's speculation.
As to the word lies sustained.
May I continue?
Yes,
Just different statements that she had provided that turned out to be leads that we tracked down over the course of several days and several weeks.
all right. And I guess let me ask you this way, Agent Fraley. Okay, I'm sorry. Were you all ever able to locate Evelyn Boswell?
Yes, sir, we were.
All right. And was that as a result of information? Well, I guess go ahead and tell me how it was that you were able to.
So on March 6th, which this is fast forwarding 17 days since I was brought in with other investigators, 18 days since the initial report on February 18th, we'd been working around the clock. And like I said, there was 40 to 50 of us working, and a phone call was received by Tommy Boswell. Tommy Boswell had called in. And March 6th, 2020 was a Friday. And we had worked, like I said, 18 days. And we had come to a point in the investigation where we had decided we need a break. We had exhausted a lot of resources, time, and we were at a place where we didn't feel we should go on at that time. We should take a break, and it was a good pause point, if you will. So on the afternoon of March 6th, again, it was a Friday, the plan was the investigators to go home, reset physically and mentally. We were exhausted, and try to just get a sense of normalcy, if you will, over the weekend and come back Monday. If anything would have come up, we would have responded. But in late afternoon on the March 6th, on the Friday, Tommy Boswell called in. So we agreed, the four of us, myself, Special Agent Gratz, who's also another TBI agent, Investigator Tracy Raz, who is a Sullivan County detective at the time, and Investigator Michelle Gillum, who was an investigator at the time. We'd been working together for those weeks. We decided, let me back up. Mr. Boswell reported that he wasn't sure if there was a storage.
Objection is to what Mr. Boswell says.
Well, Judge, I'm not offering further.
Sustained.
Agent Fraley, as a result of the call that you got, and let's step back a little bit. Tommy Boswell is the defendant's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Megan's father and Evelyn's grandfather.
All right. As a result of a phone call that you received from Mr. Boswell, what did you all do next?
We went to Mr. Boswell property located on Muddy Creek to conduct a search there.
All right. And is that property located in Sullivan County?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I think it's 539
All right.
Muddy Creek Road.
All right. Agent Fraley, in the course of your investigation while you were out there, did you create a sketch or diagram of the Boswell property?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. If I could, I'm going to hand you a document, ask you if you can identify what's shown.
Excuse me. This is a hand-drawn document. It's a sketch of like an aerial view of the property there at Mr. Boswell's at 539 Muddy Creek Road, Bluntville, Tennessee.
All right. And does that diagram accurately show the layout or the placements of various sheds, outbuildings, trailers, roadways there on the property?
Yes, sir, it does.
All right. Judge, we would move to make that exhibit number 6.
Any objections?
No, sir.
Be full exhibit six.
And if we could, I'd like to publish that to the jury.
Or you can use the Elmo thing.
Well, and Judge, Agent Fairley may need to step down. I don't know if he can. I may need him to step down for the witness. I don't know if he can, if I could hand him a laser pointer.
Okay. He needs to, that's fine, as long as we can pick him up on.
I can see that.
Can you
from-
see it okay
yes,
from there?
sir.
I didn't know if you would be able to. All right. Are you okay from?
Yes, sir. I can see that.
Shooting
And I have
fine.
it in front of me as well
Okay.
on my screen.
All right. If you would kind of point out, I guess, the major landmarks that are shown there in the diagram.
Yes, sir. So this top house here is Tommy Boswell's, as it was described to us. This resident here was a mobile home that was described as his mother's. This is the shed that we had information on right there. That's like a yard barn or an outbuilding. And then here is notated as what we described and what was described as a playhouse.
I don't know what happened.
Hold on a second.
It's like it lost your speed.
Judge, it's not connecting.
You want us to?
I was going to say, if you'll just hand me the.
You gotta drag it up. It has to stay up. Maybe the laptop just came back.
It did. Let me-
There it's up, Dan. There you
You need me to disconnect the laptop, Judge? or-
go. I can
You
change
can-
it.
Okay.
Zoom in and out. There you go. Continue.
Yes, continue, please.
All right. So yes, right here, behind that shed or yard barn, if you will, was a playhouse, and it's noted playhouse ROE. ROE is an acronym for us for recovery of evidence, which was the body of Evelyn Boswell. Up in the right-hand corner is my notes are like a key to this, which indicates the date, our case number, the location, and my signature with the date, notating that I was the one that drew this sketch.
Agent Fairley, you've got the driveway shown through the middle part of that diagram there. Was there any sort of gate or anything that, as far as being able to enter or exit the property?
I recall, I think there was a gate at the bottom from Muddy Creek Road to the driveway.
All right. Okay.
We don't need to test. We don't have that,
Now, Agent Fraley, you identified an outbuilding that was there on the property. You had said that's where you went first.
That's correct.
Okay. And I guess tell us what you found or what you observed when you went to that outbuilding.
What was found there were multiple boxes of belongings of Megan Boswell that contained a variety of items specific to a young child. I recall there were clothing items, diapers, medicines, toys, those kind of things were the most common thing in those boxes.
Agent Fraley, I'm going to show you three photographs and ask you if you can identify what's shown in those.
And so the first one is the yard barn or shed that was described and depicted in the sketch. The home there to the right was, our understanding, Tommy's mother. The second, that's the first one. The second one is the same yard barn or shed, except in this one it has a picture of the what we were describing as a playhouse behind it. And then the third and final one is a closer photograph of the yard barn or shed with those items I just described.
And do those photos accurately show how that shed or outbuilding looked when you arrived there on March the 6th, 2020?
Yes, sir, it does.
Judge, we would move to make those the next exhibits, which I think are 7, 8, and 9.
Any objection?
No, sir.
Would be cool exhibit. How do you want to display those?
Well, I'll take another
Like
shot
that?
at trying to use the laptop.
General, which order did you want these pictures marked?
Whatever.
I want them the way he described them. First one, the yard barn with the home. Second one, the yard barn with the playhouse behind it. Third one is the close-up to the yard barn behind it.
May I see those? Make sure I've got the right. All right, Agent Fraley, I've got up on the screen what's been introduced as Exhibit 7. If you would tell the jury what they're looking at.
So this is the yard barn or shed that I was describing. This was the home that was described to us as Tommy Boswell's mother, and then the items there that you can see with the open door inside of the shed or yard barn.
And next is Exhibit 8.
Yes, sir. Again, the yard barn with the door open, showing those items described. And this building here behind the yard barn is what I described and is notated on my sketch as the playhouse where Evelyn's body was recovered.
Next, Exhibit 9.
Yeah, again, that's just a closer photograph of the yard barn or shed with those items I described placed inside there.
All right. Did you participate in, or I guess what did you all do with the items that were, that you saw located in that outbuilding there?
Those were obviously photographed and documented as what they were, processed.
All right. Did you participate in that process, or were you just?
Yeah, I think primarily the two inside there actually searching, going through the items was Special Agent David Gratz and Investigator Tracy Arras.
Okay. Was that the end of your investigation, or what you did there on the property?
No, sir, it was not.
Okay. What did you all do next?
So we continued looking and led us to look inside the playhouse.
All right.
And we searched it.
And what did you find, if anything, upon looking in the playhouse?
There were, once the door was opened, right inside the door, as the opening of the door, was a trash can, like a tall kitchen model, common trash can, and 2 bags of trash beside of it.
Agent Fairley, I'm going to show you a number of photographs and ask you if you can identify what's shown in those.
Yes, sir. The first one I'm reviewing is a standalone picture of what I described as the playhouse that was by. Okay. The second one is a closer, of the playhouse, a closer proximity with the door open. The third picture is the same thing with the door open. Third one is a closer photograph with the door open. It does depict, the third one depicts the trash can with the bags of trash, as does the second one depicting the trash can. The first one, the door was closed. The next one depicting an open door with the trash bags and the trash can. The next one, assorted items that were inside the playhouse, and they appeared at that time. They had been there longer than the trash can and trash bags. Again, picture from outside the playhouse looking in where the trash bag or the trash can was. And it's a closer picture that depicts a black trash bag in the top portion of the trash can. The next one is a picture of an area inside the playhouse that had this assorted items there that again appeared to be there for some time with dust and cobwebs on them. Next picture is another picture from right at the doorway. Again, the trash can, the trash bags. Again, another picture of the trash can with the trash bag, the trash bags. There's other items around these. I keep talking about the trash bags and the trash can because they were relevant to us because they looked like they had recently been put there. These other items had dust and cobwebs and looked like they'd been there for years undisturbed. The last photograph I have is this is my hand in the picture, It's pulling back. It's over the trash can with what appeared to be a leg and a foot of a baby, or a baby doll. It appeared at the time, with the fleece blanket and the purple onesie, the clothing that had been described to us by Evelyn Boswell.
When you made the observation that you made in the last, you described in the last photograph, did you do anything else with the trash can prior to the medical examiner's office?
No, sir. At that time, we didn't. We stopped what we were doing. We'd found we'd found Evelyn, and we made phone calls. We had called the DA's office, advising them that we'd found her. We've called our chain of command, our supervisors, and the medical examiner's office, along with forensic pathology out of Johnson City, and waited till all those personnel arrived.
Okay. Agent Fraley, the photographs that you just described and identified, do they truly and accurately depict the scene as you saw it inside the Playhouse on March the 6th of 2020?
Yes, sir, it does.
Judge, we would move to introduce those as full exhibits at this time.
No objection.
There'll be full exhibits, all I mean, a few minutes past I didn't, I could write it all down. Starts at 10, I don't know where it is.
Ten for 19, Judge.
Okay. Judge, if I could, I'd like to publish those to the jury. All right. Agent Fraley, I'm going to start with Exhibit 10.
Yes, sir.
You would describe what the jury's looking at.
That's a playhouse that was located behind the yard barn.
And if we're looking at it that way, the outbuilding would be where?
The outbuilding yard barn shed, as described, would be to the left out of the picture, back this way from the yard barn, or from the playhouse.
All right. And the door, as we're looking at it, that door was closed when you arrived.
Yes, sir. That's how we found it.
Next, I'm going to show you Exhibit 11.
Same playhouse with the door open.
Okay.
And if you look inside the door right here, this white trash can is the trash can that I was describing as I was reviewing the photographs.
All right. As you opened the door, was anything disturbed or moved, or, I mean, did anything shift?
No,
Is
sir.
there
Nothing fell out onto, as you can see, there's a front porch there. It was opened, and it is as it's seen. Obviously, trash cans kind of tilted the way it is there, and the other items throughout the playhouse.
All right. So the only difference between the prior photograph we looked at and this one is that you all have opened the door so that you could see inside. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Next, I'm going to show you Exhibit 12.
Same, obviously, playhouse, just from a different angle. You can see the trash can there on the left, and those two, you can see the main portion of one bag and partial portion, excuse me, of a second trash bag, two white trash bags there. Obviously, other items, the blue tote, the brown piece of furniture, and other items there.
Now we're looking at Exhibit 13.
Yeah, again, there at the playhouse, just a closer angle or closer photograph
Okay.
right inside the door.
You mentioned earlier that it looked like or appeared to you that some of the items had been there for quite a while, and that some of them did not.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything in that photograph that indicates that to you or that you can see?
Yes, sir. So the trash can and the two bags appeared to me that they had been placed there recently. The other items, like I said, the blue tote, those other things, these right here, that cardboard box, these items back here on the shelf, they just look dated and like they'd been undisturbed for quite some time because, again, they had dust and cobwebs located throughout the playhouse, except for that portion right there, right at the front door.
Now showing you Exhibit 14.
Yes, sir.
What are we looking at there?
Same thing. That's right inside the playhouse to the right. If you just stuck your head into the playhouse from the doorway, this would be to the right. And again, these items you can see specifically on this bag here. Well, a lot of these things, it's just dust covered, indicating to me that it had been there a while.
Agent Fairley, are we actually, if you're looking at the lower right-hand corner of the photograph, is that the door frame right
This
there?
is the right-hand door frame with the clasp for a lock. So yeah, again, like I said, if you were standing outside, just peering inside, that's kind of the angle or the view that's depicted in this photograph.
All right. Now showing you Exhibit 15.
Yes, the trash can again, this is taken from outside the doorway. This is me here. So the photograph depicts me, and then inside here, and the trash can with the black trash bag unraveled at that point.
Had the trash bag been pulled up out of the trash can, or was that
Just
as
kind
you
of like
saw
the
it?
top was opened.
All right.
The trash bag remained in the trash can, but the top was opened.
Now showing you Exhibit 16.
Again, looking inside, it was a very small playhouse. I don't recall the dimensions, but maybe 10 by 10, 12 by 12, small floor plan with that, and then those were steps leading up to like a little loft inside that playhouse. Again,
This is
another-
Exhibit 17.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
Go ahead.
Again, just another photograph of the trash can and the two bags. There's a keyboard there, a piece of furniture. Again, the blue tote. Just multiple pictures of kind of like the same thing, same angle, same point of view. Just multiple pictures of that. Again, the trash can again.
This is Exhibit 18. for
yes,
the
sir.
record. Sorry.
Again, the trash can with the black trash bag inside the trash can. Blue tote, other items there inside the playhouse.
Agent Fairley, there appears to be something on the inside of the white trash can. Were you able to?
Right
see
there. Right there.
Okay. What is that we're seeing or looking at?
I can't see clearly what that is. I don't know if there's another piece
Okay.
of trash bag. Or,
Okay. And Exhibit 19.
Again, after this was that black trash bag portion had been pulled away, this was the next layer down inside the trash can, which contained Evelyn Boswell's body, clothed in a pink fleece onesie with penguins and a gray and white fleece blanket.
All right.
What the portion of the body that you see there is her leg.
Okay. Did you in any way disturb or move or do anything with the contents of the trash can?
No, the glove in the top portion of that is my hand. Pulling that back to confirm and take a photograph. That was the only thing we disturbed,
Okay.
if you will.
All right.
To take the photograph, and then at that point we stopped and then made the appropriate phone calls to the medical examiner, forensic pathologist, our chain of command, and the DA's office.
Okay. All right, thank you. So what happened after you made those phone calls as far as the investigation was concerned?
So after that, like I said, all these people arrive, and our concern is to process the evidence. We did so at the direction of the forensic pathologist, and so what decision was made was on that front porch of that playhouse, which was just right outside the doorway, was to place a body bag there on the front porch. Open, they unzip and they open. So we placed a body bag there, and I brought the trash can out, and we started removing the contents of the trash can onto the body bag that was opened.
All right. And did you participate in that process with folks from the medical examiner's office?
Yes, sir. It was Laura Parsons, who works with the forensic pathology, and Dr. Matrina Schmidt, who is the forensic pathologist there.
Okay. And so you actually helped them and assisted them in removing the body from the trash can?
Yes, sir. Like I said, the body bag was there, and I removed the contents and the body of Evelyn Boswell onto the body bag where we could start processing what was inside the trash can, which additional evidence was in addition to the body of Evelyn.
And was this whole entire process photographed?
Yes, sir, it was.
Agent Fraley, I'm going to hand you some photographs and ask you if you can identify what's shown in those.
The first one is, as I just described, the body bag that's unzipped and placed on the front porch on top of paper. I think it was butcher paper we rolled out, but the first one is me removing the contents of the trash can, which included Evelyn's body. That's my arm in the top portion of that photograph. The second one continues that bag and the contents, Evelyn's body, being removed onto the body bag. The third one, the bag is out of the trash can at that point, and placed onto the body bag. The same contents, different angle, but it now has a evidence marker number 4 beside that, the trash bag and contents. Your Honor, if I need to slow down, I will. The next picture is the trash bag with me pulling back the trash bag, showing what's inside. That depicts a gray and white fleece blanket, and you can see where my hand is. It's a gloved hand. There's some aluminum foil there, evidence marker number 4. Again, a wide angle of the same thing once the trash bag has been removed. It's my hand there in the picture. It shows the body of Evelyn Boswell that's underneath these layers of items. That includes aluminum foil and the gray and white fleece blanket. You can also see some portion of the clothing. Evelyn was wearing the pink onesie fleece with the penguins. The next photograph is an opening of the trash bag that Evelyn was inside of, that shows different items in the bottom of that trash bag. Eggshells, fluids of human decomposition, and other items. That's my hand in the top, my foot in the top portion of that photograph. The next photograph is again the same trash bag with the contents that I just described, with the body of Evelyn to the right of that. That's going to be her head and upper portion of her body that's wrapped in this aluminum foil. The next photograph is just the body, again in the same state, with the aluminum foil, the blanket, the onesie. However, in this one with some body fluids that have come out onto the body bag, but there are also some pupa, that is insects, basically in between a larvae stage and an adult stage that were inside the bag as well. That's common with human decomposition. Next picture, same description, same things with that evidence marker number 4. Next picture, different angle, same description, the body of Evelyn, the aluminum foil, the purple onesie with penguins clothing, evidence marker with the insects there. The next picture, we start removing the layers at the direction of the forensic pathologist, the doctor. And this next picture is us removing the aluminum foil that was wrapped tightly around the head of Evelyn. And this is shows my hands and Laura Parsons' hands, who works there at the forensic pathologist office. Next picture, same thing. We're continuing to remove the aluminum foil from her head. So this is the first picture that shows the head of Evelyn and her upper torso, and her head is in a backward position, situated abnormally, where the body had been shoved, that we believe down into the bottom of the trash can. Next picture is same picture, body of Evelyn with the aluminum foil removed, showing advanced decomposition, some body fluids there lying on the body bag. The next picture is a same picture, the body of Evelyn wrapped in this this fleece blanket with the purple onesie, just a different angle on the body bag. Next picture, same thing, a different angle. And then the next picture is where, again, is describing how we're processing this, is removing it a layer at a time. So this is a picture depicting the first part of removing the fleece blanket from Evelyn's body. And then the next picture, it's a black and white photograph with the fleece blanket removed and just showing the body of Evelyn. Advanced decomposition. Again, the pupa there, which was numerous of the insect activity. And then a color photograph, the last photograph, same picture of Evelyn's body in the pink fleece onesie there on the body bag with human bodily fluids around her head area.
Agent Fraley, the photos that you just described, are they a true and accurate depiction of the process that you all went through
Yes, sir.
that night in removing Evelyn's body from the trash can?
Yes, sir, in the different stages of removing layers.
Judge, we would move to make those full exhibits this time.
No objection.
Maybe, and then determine the first.
This first one, 20.
First one's 20, I don't know what it is. Are there gonna be more series of photos?
Yes.
Um,
Well,
Count them.
Yes.
Tell me how many there are.
yes. And Judge, I would ask at this time if we publish those to the jury. I'll start with Exhibit 20. Agent Fraley, if you would describe for the jurors what they're seeing in this photograph.
So this is after we removed the trash can from inside the playhouse. Like I said, this is my arm, and it's the first stage of removing the contents of that trash can that included the body of Evelyn. Next picture
Now
is
looking at 21.
okay. This next picture is again the continuing process where the bag is almost removed from the trash can that contained the same items. That's my hand there, and the top portion of that, Laura Parsons' hand here, who's from the forensic pathologist department.
And now Exhibit 22.
Again, my hand and arm here with the contents of what was inside the trash can, same contents, the bag with containing Evelyn's body.
Exhibit 23.
This is the bag removed and placed. This is the body bag explained with the evidence marker with me here in the background.
And at this point in time, the bag has been completely removed from the trash can.
Yes, sir, it has.
I'll show you Exhibit 24.
Yes, sir. That's my hand there, starting to remove or peel back that trash can or trash bag, and the first portion of removing that layer that shows again the fleece, the gray and white fleece blanket, and then over here you start to see the aluminum foil that had covered Evelyn's head.
All right, so just so that the jury is orientated as far as the photograph's concerned, Evelyn's head, as you all found it, is in the left, as we're looking at the photograph on the left side.
As we're looking at this photograph, her head would be right underneath where my hand is, covered in this aluminum foil. It's still inside the bag at this point.
All right. Now looking at Exhibit 25.
This is just the first photograph of Evelyn's body outside the trash bag. The trash bag has now been fully separated from Evelyn's body. Again, the evidence marker number 4. This is my hand here removing and holding the bag. This would be her head on this side of the photograph with her feet on this side of the photograph. Again, as I've described earlier, the head was wrapped in this aluminum foil.
All right. And just so we're clear for the record, when you're describing the head, that's, as we're looking at the photograph, that's on the left side.
Yes, sir, on the left. If you can see that pointer, that's where that's at, but facing that that photograph, the head's on the left-hand side, the feet on the right-hand side.
Reconnect the judge.
It has, but it's just got your blue screen. It's not doing anything. Your laptop may have low battery. I don't know if it's plugged in or not.
It's not. I'll just use the elbow, Judge.
Well, I mean, I've got the blue screen, but I don't know if it's, to me, it's not having the picture. You should see what I'm seeing on the face. That monitor on top.
I'm just going to use the elbow, Judge.
See, yeah, push it all the way up. Push it all the way up. This is 26.
This is 25, Judge. Okay. I believe we got disconnected, Agent Fraley. You were describing, looking at the photograph. Evelyn's head is to the left where the foil is that correct?
That's correct. Looking as we're seeing it, the left here, this foil is her head, and down near the item marker number 4 is her feet.
Once you back it up, on the very top of the dock.
Showing you Exhibit 26.
Yes, sir. My hand here. Another set of hands, Laura Parsons here. It's looking down into the trash bag that that Evelyn's body was pushed down into, and like I said, there is just assorted trash, eggshells, human decomposition fluids, and then on the right hand portion in the lower section here is that aluminum foil and the blanket with the body of Evelyn right there.
And that's right after you all had removed the body from the trash bag.
Yes, sir.
Now showing you Exhibit 27.
Again, a similar depiction of the last photograph, just it's a wider angle that's kind of showing the aluminum foil that's kind of formed around her head with the rest of her body there down to probably about her upper torso. Again, here talked about the aluminum foil head again, the rest of the body. Right here's what I'm describing as the insect activity of mid stages of pupa. That is basically in between the larvae section and the adult section of the insect typical as flies.
Now looking at Exhibit 29.
Again, just a different angle of Evelyn's body that's underneath these layers of aluminum foil, fleece blanket, down to her clothing, the purple fleece onesie with the penguins. And
At this point in time, you all have not removed any of the items from the body, is that correct?
no, sir. No. Again, what we tried to do at the direction of the medical examiner and the forensic pathologist was remove these in layers. As you see, that's each picture's best we could do is a layer, taking it through the trash can to the trash bag to the aluminum foil to the fleece blanket down to the purple onesie.
Now looking at Exhibit 30.
Again, this is kind of just stepping overhead, looking down. Same photograph, Evelyn's body with the foil and the fleece blanket and the evidence marker number 4.
Now Exhibit 31.
That's the first. Again, as I've described, taking this by layers. So this is us removing the aluminum foil from Evelyn's head.
And if you would, describe for the jury the processing. Was this a difficult process? Was it easy? How was the foil attached?
The foil was attached. It was compressed. It never occurred to me that when the body of Evelyn was placed or forced or shoved into this trash can, that this was a piece of foil that was just kind of put on there. This appeared to me to be formed around her head with the contours of a face, the eye sockets, how they're concave. This was formed. It wasn't just happened to be there and the body of Evelyn placed there and it just happened to meet up. It was formed.
So did it take you all a while to remove the foil from the body?
Not long, no. Like I said, once we got there, we Laura Parsons and I separated the layers, as you can see depicting in these photographs. And And that's as far as we went. Once we got I think the next one will be the fleece blanket. But once we got to the body of Evelyn in her clothing, which was this purple fleece onesie with penguins on it, we stopped, and I'll continue at that point.
All right, I'm going to show you Exhibit 32.
Right. Again, this is just a next step, continuing and removing that foil from Evelyn's head.
Okay. And at this point, it looks like you all have essentially removed all the foil.
Yeah. Yes,
around her
sir.
head.
Yeah, it's off of the head and being pulled away by Laura Parsons.
Now I'm going to show you 33.
Okay, now this is a photograph of where we're at with the processing with the aluminum foil removed from her head. So this is her body with the next layer, which would have been that gray and white fleece blanket. Again, what I described earlier, this here appeared to us to be, this fluid here was just bodily fluids of human, consistent with human decomposition.
It's somewhat kind of tough to tell because of the way it's spaced there, but is the blanket up there, is that around the head as well?
So the head is here. This is her right arm. She would be facing to the top portion of this picture, but her head was in a manner that it was backwards. It wasn't normal as I'm sitting here or you're sitting here. It was backwards, and that's hard to depict here. But her body in this photograph is facing to the top of the photograph with her head tilted backwards toward the bottom of the photograph. That's her right hand right there. That dark portion out of that fleece, that purple fleece onesie, and the color is very dark because of the advanced stages of human decomposition.
Now showing you Exhibit 34.
So again, this is the same stage in that, where this is on the other side of the body, this being the head, this being the hand I just described, the pink, purple onesie with penguins, and the gray and white fleece blanket.
All right. And again, from this angle, are we looking at the blanket there pulled up around the head?
Yes, sir. It's covering like it had been pulled up and over the head. So that is the head on the right-hand side of this photograph, with the feet on the left-hand side of this photograph.
Now showing you Exhibit 35.
This is, again, same Evelyn's head on the left this time. Her body facing to the top of this photograph and starting to remove the gray and white fleece blanket from her body. This is her leg down here. That's like the foot in a onesie that has those treads, so they have traction when they walk. So that's going to be her right foot and right leg on that.
And now showing you Exhibit 36.
Again, that's the next picture of the removal from of the fleece blanket, the gray and white fleece blanket with her body there. And you see, again, it's going to be her right arm there and her right hand right there.
Now showing you Exhibit 37.
Yes, sir. This is a black and white photo, obviously. Her facing the top of the photograph. This is her right hand. Again, even though it's black and white, it's the consistent with the pictures you saw, the purple fleece onesie with the penguins, and this is her head to the right side of this picture.
As we're looking at that onesie, had it been disturbed, or does that show the onesie as you all?
That's as we finally removed the fleece blanket. That's the next layer as we found it.
Okay, so the onesie was open.
Yes.
And, sorry, hold on a second. Now I'm going to show you exhibit number 38.
Again, this is the body of Evelyn. That's her head. There's her legs and feet. There's her right hand there on that body bag.
Okay. If we can, I'd like to go back. I'm going to show you exhibit 37 again.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
The black and white
yeah, it's the
photograph.
black and white photograph. Which, as we're looking at the photograph, where is Evelyn's face? As we're
So this is her head on the right-hand side of this photograph. Her body is facing to the top of the photograph, so her face would be right in here on the back side of, kind of looking at the back of her head. Again, it's advanced decomposition.
and the fact that there was advanced decomposition, did that affect your all's ability to be able to, or how you were able to process the scene there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in conference and at the direction, the medical examiner, the team from forensic center there. Once we got to this last picture of where we were at, the call was made, hey, we're gonna stop here. We'll seal her body in the body bag, transport her to the forensic center for an autopsy at that point. And we continued processing the scene there for collecting the items. And we took those items to the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department, just where we had better lighting, better environment to log and process evidence items that were also discovered.
You're gonna go from one set of photos to another set of photos,
Yes.
just to leave that like that.
Okay.
Because when you put it down, it electronically disconnects from the system. There's like, there's a delay.
Agent Fraley, you described the process of, I guess, taking the other items, the trash bags that you recovered from there, removing them from the scene and then taking them to the sheriff's office. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to hand you a series, so I believe it's 6 photographs, and ask you if you can identify what's shown in those.
This first photograph is a picture looking over the top of the trash can, looking down in it. And the bottom of that, the most notable item is a Martha White chocolate chip wrapper with other items.
Was that the trash can the body was found in?
Yes, sir, it was. The next one is a photograph of the trash can with Evelyn still in it at this time. This was an earlier photograph taken prior to the removal of Evelyn in the trash can. What's important and noted here is a piece of chewing gum that is attached to the inside wall of the trash can. The next photograph is after I removed the trash can and the trash bags from inside the playhouse and just set them out on the porch of the playhouse prior to going through the pictures we just looked at, processing the removal of the layers leading to the body of Evelyn. Just another picture, trash can. Evelyn still remains in there. You also see the chewing gum on the inside wall of trash can there, and the other bags of trash. This next one is the 2 bags of trash that was removed from the playhouse with the trash can. Another angle of those 2 bags of trash that was removed from the playhouse there on the front porch of the playhouse.
So were there any other items besides those 2 bags of trash and the trash can that were taken out of the playhouse?
Not that I recall. It was all the trash bags and what remaining contents of the trash can.
Okay. The 6 photos that you've just described and identified, do they true and accurately depict those items as you found them on
Yes, sir.
March the 6th, 2020?
Yes, sir, they do.
Judge, we would move to introduce those, I believe, exhibits 39 through 44.
Go, Judge. Before exhibits 39 through 44.
Not asked to publish those to the jury at this time, Judge. Agent Fraley, we're going to start with exhibit 39.
Yes, sir. Again, top view looking down into the trash can, and like I said, the most notable thing that's descriptive is a Martha White chocolate chip cookie bag.
All right. Anything else in the trash can besides that on the bottom? Is that
I mean, there's
is that what was found when you removed the trash bag?
yeah. So once we removed the body of the trash bag that contained the body, this was in the bottom of that.
Now showing you exhibit 40.
Yes, again, a top view again of the trash can that shows the fleece blanket and chewing gum there on the inside wall of the trash can.
And if you would, just kind of point out or
No, I'm
use the
sorry,
laser
yeah.
pointer to show what.
Yeah, so this right here, it's a piece of chewing gum that was removed, collected as evidence, and sent to our crime lab. And again, there's that fleece blanket that we've been going through earlier.
All right. So that was taken before the body was removed from the.
Yes, sir.
Now showing you exhibit 41.
Again, this was prior to processing. This was just simply removing those items. That includes the trash can and these 2 trash bags from inside the playhouse. That's prior to laying out the body bag and removing the trash bag with Evelyn's body onto this front porch. But this is where all of that was processed in the field prior to transporting Evelyn to the Forensic Center for autopsy, and prior to collecting, processing, bagging, and packaging the other items, to go to our TBI lab for analysis. Again, same
Exhibit 42.
yes, sir. Same picture, or same items, just different angle. 2 trash bags, trash can.
And again, that was taken before you all had.
Yes, sir.
removed. Exhibit 43.
Just the 2 trash bags with the trash can out of the view of this particular photograph.
finally Exhibit 44.
Again, just a different angle of those two trash bags without the trash can in that photograph. And both of those, are, like I said, were on the front porch of the playhouse.
Okay. And those two trash bags, you all, when I say you all, I mean law enforcement took them and inventoried what was in there
Yes, sir.
later on. Is that correct?
Yes, and any evidence that was collected that we believe to be probative was sent to our lab for examination.
Agent Fraley, I know you did and you've described a number of different things that you did in the course of this investigation. Did you personally interview Ms. Boswell during this whole process?
Yes, sir, I did.
And in the course of your interviews with her, at some point in time, did she make a statement to you in which she finally admitted that Evelyn, in fact, was not missing, but was in fact dead?
Yes, sir. On February 25th, at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department, Sullivan County Sheriff's Detective Jonathan Licklager and I interviewed Megan.
Okay. And at that time, she told you all that, in fact, Megan was deceased. Is that
Yes,
right?
she,
Okay.
that among other things as well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
During that interview, did she describe or give any description of the clothing that Evelyn was wearing?
She did. Described a purple fleece onesie with penguins on it that she was clothed in.
Okay. Did she describe anything else that was with the body or with Evelyn?
Yes, she had stated she had wrapped her in a dark fleece blanket.
All right. And how did you, I know we've seen pictures, but how did you find Evelyn? What was she wearing and what was
Those
she wrapped in?
exactly what Megan had described to us for the clothing and the blanket.
All right. Thank you, Agent Fraley. If you
Yes,
would
sir.
answer any questions, Mr. Scott or Mr. Blanchard.
The jury's lunch is here, so we're going to break. We'll be back in about